Alright, so this is day 5 of the small account challenge. Today we have a $57.50 winner on any before commissions, and then after commissions it's going to be $49. This puts us up on the week by almost exactly $8, which is great. Great first week. Honestly, just being green is great start to the small account challenge. I don't really care about the monetary value right now. Right now it's just getting comfortable with getting back to trading with real money again. So there's that. That's a good thing for this week. I wanted to go over a few rule changes I have going into next week. Um, I know I said I would wait a few weeks, like 2 weeks or more, until I started taking one or more trades, or two or more trades. Um, because I was gonna limit myself to one trade a day. However, I went over yesterday's. I record my trades every single morning for me to go over and review. Last night I reviewed my trades from yesterday. My big loss on I forget the ticker, but it was a $57 loss. And I reviewed the trade, and there were so many. I think there was 3 or 4 spots I could have gotten out break even or for a few cents loss. And the only reason I didn't was because I wanted to hold for that break of four, break of the whole dollar, and then ride it up to 440, 420, 440, 460. Um, and the only reason I didn't sell is because that I had already gotten in, or I had already pushed the buy button, and I did not want to sell for break even and have a break even day. Which, I mean, it sounds silly considering I was red $57 and it could have been break even and just it could have been like I hadn't even traded that day, essentially. However, mentally it's like I made a mistake, so um I do want to make a revision to that one trade a day rule, and this revision is if I get into a trade and it's not working out the way I expect it to, if we are only break even or even just a few cents down, like less than 5 cents, I think anything after 5 cents is a considerable amount of loss to where I should not be taking a second trade and just accept the fact that I had a losing trade. I think after 5 cents per share, it's a substantial amount of loss. Um, so anything below 5 cents a share, I'll basically call break even. Um, I'm talking about 5 cents loss per share. That's what I'm talking about. So anything lower than that, or anything 4 cents of loss all the way to break even, any of those trades, I will consider taking a second trade. It doesn't mean I'm going to. I could just call it a day, break even. However, if I do see a setup, I will consider taking it if I only have a one break even trade. And that's my new revision, and I think that would have worked out nicely yesterday, because while we didn't get the break of four when I expected it to, if I had cut it for a 2 cent loss, which I said in the video yesterday, if I had cut it for a 2 cent loss, I could have gotten back in 20 minutes later when it eventually did break that four level and surged to 428. So, which is what I expected it to do when I initially got in. But because it broke my expectations, I should have gotten out and then reassessed and gotten a new location to enter the trade. Because I had the right trade idea, just wrong timing. That's all. Another thing I want to implement is today I traded a little bit differently than I have this past week. As you can see, I have a few buy indicators, a few of these blue arrows. Now this is all from one buy. It just got separated into two orders, or as you can see here, it got separated, but this is all at the same time. This is a order for, I believe it was, here, what's 165 times 2? 165 times 2. 330. I took 330 shares of any at 509 right here on the break of VWAP and this pivot right here. We had a bull flag forming on increasing green volume. As you can see, we had little to no volume on this downtrend. and then all of a sudden we start getting some increasing green volume. I really like this candle, and then I missed this. I not it's not I didn't miss it. I just didn't take it because I didn't trust it yet because it was gonna run into VWAP. Here we have increase. We have a really low volume pullback candle right there. See that low volume red candle right there, and then we increase our volume again with those green candles. We get that pullback candle, and I'm looking for this pull flag. I didn't want to take it here for the sense that it is pre-market still. We have a little bit lower volume levels. So the chance of a false break and then drop is higher. So I wanted it to break this high pivot at VWAP. I took the entry there at 330. I held it, I took 330 shares at 509. I held it up to 514. It wasn't enough profit for me. 5 cents profit on 300 shares, about 15 bucks. I'm not going to take that. So that's basically break even after commissions. So we hold it down to a low of 506 or 502, down 7 cents, which is it's comfortable for me on 300 shares. Basically down 22 bucks. And then as we curl back, so this is like a bounce off the VWAP after we broke it, coming back up. We get this topping here. We sell half here, and this is where this new not new strategy. I've already practiced this strategy like a million times, not a million times, but I've practiced it enough in simulator and real money, but in the past year to know how to trade momentum. This is different from my past 4 trades of the week. My past 4 trades of the week were all one entry and then scaling out my rest of my position. That's what I've been doing. However, this would have only been like a $20, $30 winner max if I did not implement this momentum blaze strategy, which is I get in, I sell half on my break, so I broke that initial level. I pull back, I sold half here just to play it safe. I was up 5 cents a share just like here, and we were coming back and testing this support. I sold there half. And the reason I sold half is because I could no longer add. I could no longer add because I did not have the buying power to do so. So, in order to add for the break of this new high, I had to sell half my position to be able to add back at 520. So I add back at 520, sell that at 525, sell another half at 543, basically top ticking that move. And then on the break of, we get this bull flag forming. I get in on that break and was looking for the move up to 445, looking for the break of 450, which is a key level. We only hit a high of 440. So on this next candle, we sell the rest of our position out at 32 and 30 for a small loss on that last remaining 125 shares. Overall, I'm really proud of this trade. Really happy on how it played out. I'm glad that I can now implement this momentum-based strategy as well with my current one entry scale out strategy. So those are the 2 changes I want to make to the small account challenge. Going into next week is if I see my setup not working right away, I will get out break even and look to reassess and get back in at a different time, whether that setup presents itself again on the same stock or look for a different ticker to get into. That's my number. That's the first rule change, and then the second rule change is I will now be implementing this buyback strategy where if I am limited on capital, which I am, I will sell half my position for profit and then look to add back if we're getting that kind of like really parabolic move right here. See how this kind of just goes straight up? If we're doing that straight up motion, I will try and actively trade it. So those are the 2 things I want to implement now going into next week. And after all that, I think that's all I have to say. We're up 8 bucks on the week, 32 before commissions, 8 bucks after commissions. Not too worried about commissions right now. They're about $5 to $7 a day, so nothing too worrisome. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. I'm gonna head out. Peace.